What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Fishing video this time. We're not up in South Australia, back at home down here in Clifton Springs, out in the boat at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna drop some baits down, trying to get a feed for tonight. Hopefully a little bit of a catch and cook, try to get a gummy shark, maybe a snapper, hopefully a bunch of flatties, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Got Byron out here, currently sitting in about 8.8 meters of water. Yeah, gonna quickly drop a few rods out and rig a couple up while the baits are in, and then yeah, we'll see how we go. Alrighty, got the first rod out. I just gotta rig a couple of the others up because they sat there for a while and on me the line's got tangled. Bit of a headache, so got a few rods out. I got to bring out two bigger rods today, 4,000 reels. Kind of just be gummy and snapper setup. So we'll drop a bit of squid down on them, and then I've got these smaller Shimano Siennas that'll get rigged up for flatties and drop some pippies down and all that stuff, and hopefully get a bit of a feed. But I just had a few of the rods tangle up on the drive here, so I'm gonna sit down and rig up a couple. It's always a pain in the ass, so we're both ready to go. Had to cut on the line, so. Gonna go paternoster rig on it. Some big circle hooks. Hopefully, fingers crossed, on this rod or that rod there. Pick up a good snapper. Or a good gummy for dinner. Stoked with that. Been a while since I've caught a gummy, so hopefully today's the day. Just gonna use some 60-pound trace, and yeah, two circle hooks, make a bit of a paternoster rig, chuck a big chunk of squid on both hooks and just see what we can get off the bottom. Sitting in about 7 meters of water now. Bit of action on the sounder down the bottom, but nothing as of yet, so might even get some burley down the bottom shortly if we have no luck, or switch the spots up. Guess while I'm tying the rigs up, probably talk a little bit about myself and kind of what I want to do with the channel. If you guys didn't know, you know my name's Brad. I'm from Geelong, Victoria. Absolutely love me fishing and four driving and stuff, which is the main aim of this channel. Hopefully get, you know, heaps of bush camping out, fishing out here, and heaps of travelling as well. Love getting out and about, obviously working around work. I'm a plumber, so whenever I get free time, you know, always love getting out, going away, South Australia and stuff. Hopefully next trip somewhere up the east coast or out west. Still kind of weighing up my options and seeing, you know, how work's going to be in a few months. But yeah, if you guys have anything in particular you just want to see, I just plan on doing heaps of videos of my Land Cruiser and working on the boat and stuff, and hopefully a few catch and cooks, all that cool stuff that you guys will love. So really just depends on the weather down here. Head out fishing much, but during summer it's absolutely unreal. I'd absolutely love to get some videos out west. I think it'd be sick up there. I'm thinking potentially eventually selling this boat, picking up a small tinny, maybe like a 4 meter, 4.5, just something small with a tiller steer on the back. Be absolutely perfect for traveling. Could load the boat up with all my stuff, keep the car clear. No, it's not much weight, so it's not gonna be too bad on fuel and stuff traveling, and still just being able to get out, which would be bloody unreal. Can't wait to go out west, and even far up north eventually, hopefully. But I guess the main aim is to just kind of try to stay consistent with my videos. I'm going to try pump out as much as I can. Obviously I've just started out now, still kind of working it all out, but slowly getting there. First video worked out pretty good. It wasn't too hard to, you know, edit all by myself and pretty much filmed it all. So hopefully we can start pumping them out a bit more once I get a bit more comfortable with the camera and get some like better angles for fishing and stuff, and then buy some neck mounts so I can get POV fishing. Right, I've just switched up to a new spot, a bit deeper here, about 10 meters, 9 meters. So no luck over there. Fingers crossed we get something here because Get them all drop back down. Pretty much just running squid and pippies at the moment, but do have some pilchards if we have no luck on this and I decided to switch it up. So there is a bit of action on the sounder at 9-10 metres right down the bottom, so we should get lucky here. Always get bites when you're messing around with another rod. Always missing. Got something here, hopefully. Decent dinner. That little flatty, pretty small. There we go. Hopefully it's just over legal. We can get a few of them and have a bit of flatty for dinner. That'll be ideal. There's definitely a few of them down there. That rod was getting smashed for quite some time. There you go. He's a bit over 30 centimetres, so chuck him in the esky. Hopefully we can get a fair few and make some fish wraps for dinner. Another one on here on the small rod, another flatty, perfect. Number 2 on the board, looks slightly bigger than the other one, so hopefully he's over legal as well. Yeah, good feed. Yep, he's legal as well, so we'll chuck him in the esky. Good little size flatties. They were both 32 centimetres, which legal limit here in Victoria is 30 centimetres for duskies. Oh, they're loving the pippies and the squid at the moment, so it's ideal. Right, it's gone a bit quiet after those 2 flatties, so I'm going to just go back. Got him in a straight line and reset the drift in the same spot because we're getting quite a lot of bites and around the 10 metre mark. We've gotten a bit shallower here, about 8 metres, so just going to reset back in the same spot, drift back over. There's a few deep holes in there, which is where we'll get most of the bites, so fingers crossed. Pick up a few more flatties and hopefully something a bit bigger than that, so let's do that. Rod just got absolutely smashed. Hopefully something. Here we go. Another flatty. In. Probably in pretty similar sizes today. Nothing really major, but not a legal flatty by the looks of it, but we'll measure him up and double check. There you go, another legal one. Exact same size as the other 2, so it's good. Good feed. Flatty's been loving the pippies, so chuck some more pippies on and get it back down. Same rod, straight back on again on the pippies. That's obviously working. The window's backed off heaps now, so we're not drifting as hard either, so it's also a bonus. Another flatty. He's just under, so we'll chuck him back. A flatty. This one's absolutely tiny, so he's going straight back in. Another flatty. This one's going absolutely psycho. He's just under as well, so chuck him back in the drink. Right as I was bringing the rods in to pack up and move to the next spot, got absolutely smashed. Wasn't paying attention and lost him, so. It's always the way, you just can't win out here. It was down there, so. Whoop. Another flatty, which I'm not going to complain about at all. A little flatty. See how he's looking on the board. And again, 28 centimeters, so we'll chuck him back. There he goes. Might have a little bit of more of a fish at this spot. Another 5 minutes. The flatties seem to be liking the pippies here, so just do a couple more drops, and then we'll switch up spots. Another flatty. Seems to be a good little hole, so just to get them off and get the baits back in. Rod is absolutely getting smashed here. Another flatty. We'll get him on the measure. Legal again, so we'll get him in the esky with the others. And I'm going to chuck pippies on both the rods now because it seems to be the one that's getting the most bites and most fish. Bang on 10 meters here, so just going to have a few drops here. See how we go. If we're not really having much action in the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to punch over to the big weed beds that run along this cliff face here and have a flick for some squid, which is always a good feed, a bit of flatty and squid. So we'll see how we go here. Hopefully we get a few more flatties. Nothing else really happened after that, so I've just chucked a squid jig on my little rod that I bring out, and yeah, we're gonna punch over to these weed beds over here, and I'll just have a flick for 20 minutes or so, and then we'll head back in and head home and get this fish cleaned up in the boat, and then cook up a feed. So we've just come in a bit shallower. You might not be able to see, the water's a bit dirty at the moment, but a few big weed beds all around in here. They run all the way down the side of this cliff face. So I'm gonna just go over here to the start of this weed bed here and drift back over it. Just have a flick for a bit. Not too bothered if I don't get anything. I'm only gonna go for about 15 minutes and then we'll head back in. Byron's on the lookout, trying to spot all the squid. Very helpful, because we've still got none. There is absolutely turned on now. It's just complete glass off. So fingers crossed we get lucky. The water is pretty filthy. It's only about 3.5 meters here and I'm struggling to make out the bottom, but got a pretty bright coloured squid jig on, so fingers crossed we can attract one in. So I'm going to try punch in now. It's 2:20. Try to beat the school traffic home, otherwise it's going to be an absolute headache. Get them back home with the trailer on as well. Yeah, so we're going to punch back into the boat ramp. We're only 5 minutes away anyways. We'll get back, clean the boat up, feed the dog, keep him happy, get these fish cleaned up, and then yeah, got to shoot up to the shops, grab some stuff for wraps, got to grab some more tomatoes and stuff, and then yeah, I'll show you guys what we cook up. Rightio, made it back in. Perfect time. Everyone's still out there, so the boat ramp was dead. Hopefully we can beat the traffic before all school's out. It is a Friday as well, so it's going to be pretty chockers. But see you guys when we get home. Alrighty, we're back at home now. Boat's all cleaned up, everything. Didn't film, it's absolutely freezing out there and I was trying to get it all done as quick as I could. So yeah, back home now. Gonna make some fish wraps, got a bit of everything. Leaves, you know, tomatoes, onions, Kewpie, pickles, avocado, cheese, all that good stuff. Just heating some oil up now. Then we're just gonna chuck it in. Just got a bit of flour with a bit paprika, salt and pepper, nothing crazy. Pretty simple and easy, so just gonna toss it in there and then kind of shallow fry a little bit and then make some good wraps up. So I'll show you what's going on. Oof, this is gonna be good. Chuck these on a plate. The oil's just about ready. Get them frying. Just hacked it up into pretty small bits. Only because I'm making wraps and it doesn't really matter, so. I'm so hungry, haven't had lunch, I was out there fishing and didn't take any food with me, so it's going to be a good feed. Carried away cutting the veggies up and it's a little bit too far over golden, but I'm sure it'll be great, either way. So, sweet, red onions, tomatoes, got the whole kit. Looking good. Cheeky drink while we wait. Look at that. That looks bloody unreal. Nearly out of the sriracha Kewpie, but should be enough for these two wraps. Dang. Looks absolutely unreal. Right, I'm gonna tuck into these, have a couple beers, and edit some footage from today. Really appreciate everyone for watching. Make sure you guys stay tuned, it's going to be heaps more like this coming. Hopefully some bigger flatties next time and a bit more fish, but you can only get what you get. See you later. Sit down. He's all wet from when we washed the boat, but shake. Give him his first try flatty. He hasn't tried flatty yet. Sit down. There you go. Oh, how good's that, mate, hey? Absolutely beautiful night. This is going to be unreal. Doesn't get much fresh than that. See you guys in the next one.